One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check. Lucky. Check 52.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run. This is Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This is Cohen. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Jalen Johnson. A gain of 14, but it's now 3rd down.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first. All been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McDonald sets to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 34 yards there. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald, he'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Here's Breida, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Just shy of the goal line.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he is in. Touchdown. touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
This is it. This is it.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. Play action. It's McDonald. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Bears nothing.
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Run back.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
56 from Mark, 56. Check 56.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now this time he'll look to throw. They go screenplay with Jennings. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a dump off here complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
1st and 10.
1st down, Winston. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. To the air again with Winston. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll throw again. Winston escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tariq Cohen. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins in front and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Jakeem Grant. He will score.
Touchdown, Miami.
And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
from the gun. It's McDonald. And he's brought down. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken in the end zone. A nice little juke. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Check four. He's crossing. He's checking crack. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Winston, he will keep it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward, if you're taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
To Tariq Cohen.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Bears 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A quick throw out line caught by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Now a second down throw for Winston. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
A turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
Yeah.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. This will be caught just inside the 10.
McDonald's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, McDonald to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's McDonald to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Complete to number
From 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Cohen's the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the give, this is Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 31.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Down at the 39-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Third down.
Shifts by him, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. McDonald. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
So, a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting.